All right, we are back from the 2025 Borealis Psychedelic Science Summit in Stockholm. My name is Yoshi, and I am joined now by Dr. Cristina Kroon and Dr. Viljar Veede. Welcome, guys.
Hi.
Hi.
The first double interview of this this summit, so very exciting. I'm very excited to hold my own mic in my hand like this. This is fun. It makes me feel like a very important reporter, like I'm gonna,
we are honored. Yeah.
Reporting live from scene.
Reporting live from scene. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Great. Yeah.
It's been such an inspirational morning.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's awesome. What have you been doing this morning?
I actually attended the two keynote speeches. I really loved the one by Matthew. I got some pretty useful insights. So you always cover a little bit from a corner that you've never discovered before.
Right.
So that was exciting for me.
Cool. How about you?
Well, it's always difficult to choose between the lectures.
Yeah.
Even if you have only 2 tracks, it's still gonna be like, I'm gonna want to listen to this one, but this one's also pretty good. So which one I'm going to choose?
Yeah.
So,
it's been tricky all weekend long.
Yeah, and it's gonna be tricky for the rest of the conference also.
So it's a good sign. It would be bad if you didn't have that problem. Like, I don't want to go there.
It's a good problem to have.
It's a good problem to have, for sure. Tell me a little bit about your backgrounds and how you guys got to working in the psychedelic field, and maybe a little bit about why you're sitting here together and not individually.
Well,
let's start with the background.
Okay, so my background is neuroscience. I actually obtained a PhD in this from Berlin, Charité is not a university, but the Charité Medical Hospital. And I must say my research was never in the field of psychedelics. Mm-hmm. It was actually more like really fundamental processes about the brain. However, my main research topic was really particularly how the growth of brain cells is regulated, which, as we know, is highly important in the field of psychedelics, because we know that these substances induce changes in plasticity that directly actually affect the growth of cells. They grow more complex, they grow more synapses. So I would say I gained some pretty important insights into how the brain works. And then when I moved back to Estonia, I actually transferred to the field of knowledge. What is it called in English? I don't know, actually.
Say it in Estonian, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, so basically I'm an innovation scout, and it is my job to find academic findings that could be translated into real world impact.
Interesting.
But in the field of psychedelics, I actually ended up purely by coincidence. As I was back in Estonia, I was looking for things to do, what could be exciting for me. And I saw that there was this advocacy organization, and I was like, hey, if you need any help with relation to brain stuff, I would be interested in joining. And nice. That's how I ended up joining. And now I serve as a scientific advisor. And it is my job to keep up to date with all the exciting literature that comes out.
That's a lot of keeping up.
It is a lot. Yes, it's actually a tough job.
Yeah, I'm part of the network that organized or helped organize this, the Network for Psychedelic Science in Sweden. And I'm in the Slack channel where they share the new articles, and I was like, when I started, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna keep up.
Yeah.
No way. There's so much science happening.
You can imagine.
Yeah. And Viljar, how about you?
Well, my background is I'm a medical doctor, and actually, when you do bring up this topic of articles about psychedelic science, when I first started keeping an eye on this field about 10 years ago or something, I was still in residency at that time. I was able to keep track of all the publications that were published out there.
Yeah.
But this is history now. It's impossible now. But as I've said, I've kept an eye on this field for a long time already. I started giving lectures about psychedelics and introducing this topic to my colleagues in Estonia, other psychiatrists, but also residents, psychologists. nurses and sometimes other people of the medical field. Like these lectures, like I think the first ones that I did were also about 10 years ago, 8 years ago, something like that. And after finishing residency, I knew that I wanted to be like practically involved in this field. So it took some time and preparation. By some time, I mean some years, until last year's autumn, at the beginning of October, with some colleagues in Estonia, in Tallinn, we did open a private clinic where I started offering the ketamine-assisted psychotherapy. And so it has happened that I've been one of the pioneering figures in that field in our country. And now I also did a presentation here yesterday introducing my work and what we're doing in Estonia. And it's been a very interesting journey. And how we like met up with Cristina and why we're sitting here today together is because of the same advocacy organization that I had the honor of being one of the founders to it. So, and we did it about 1.5 years ago in Estonia, and our team has been slowly getting larger and larger.
Awesome.
So we see the people are just contacting us and asking, okay, what you're doing, it sounds cool and I believe in it. How can we participate? So yeah, I'm really glad to be on this journey.
Yeah, that's
to
so
be
cool.
on this journey together with you.
That must really feel great when you've been around when interest wasn't as high, and now people are reaching out.
Yeah, I've seen like
It's his fault.
it's my fault.
It's his fault.
Yeah, I mean mainly amongst the medical profession in our country, it's mainly my fault.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's something to be proud of. Cool. So, would you say there's an openness in Estonia in general among the general public for psychedelic treatments?
Well, I would say that as it is with most countries, most people don't know anything about it yet. Although we might have this feeling because we are living amongst this information constantly that maybe like everybody has like at least heard of it. It's still not the case. So there's a lot of work to be done. But I would say that in Estonia, I haven't really met any serious obstacles. So it's mostly like a matter of resource. So we wanted to move forward with things. This would be definitely possible.
Maybe if I could add, I think he's right. At the moment, we have been very lucky to not face any obstacles. However, I think we are strongly in this raising awareness phase still. And what colleagues from Norway said yesterday, actually at this panel, was that when they started doing real things, when things got real, like we're actually bringing clinical studies, we're trying to implement this or that in clinics, that's when they started facing some obstacles.
Right.
So I hope it won't be the case for us, but so far so good.
All right.
Well, I mean, I've been a practitioner for quite some time, and before I started offering ketamine-assisted psychotherapy, I already did use ketamine for years before that. And I was advocating it amongst psychiatrists and everybody. And I remember only one person over the years who showed some resistance to it.
Oh, wow.
Most others although we don't really know what you're doing, but it sounds innovative and go ahead. If you want support, you will get support. And I heard this from people from higher positions also. Everybody were supportive, but I really did that. They don't, I really saw that they really didn't understand what the psychedelic experience is really about.
Right. Well, at least you got the support. That's nice.
Yeah, they just signed.
that is what was needed. That was all I needed.
What are you guys most excited about in your current work? Maybe we can start with you, Cristina.
Let me think. What am I most excited about? I get excited easily because my problem is that science excites me. Like, yes. I love hearing about science. So there's a lot of that, and every morning I wake up and I'm like just bombarded with these loads of papers. But the problem is, what can you do with papers in the real world, right? So currently we are really working on getting our specialists trained. And I think for us, it has been a really exciting opportunity to provide scholarships for Estonian specialists to get trained abroad. And I think this is a highly impactful thing that we are doing. So I would like to really highlight that. And we are now probably giving out another scholarship for the Mind Foundation training. So we are slowly but surely really developing this professionalized workforce in the field of psychedelic assisted therapies in Estonia.
Nice. That's super cool. Viljar?
What I'm most excited about.
In your current work, something you're excited about in your current work.
Well, actually, at the moment, I have to say that I'm excited to be here at this conference and to network with all of the people here, because we already we start our morning here with discussions. Oh, I had this idea. I had that idea. We should collaborate with this.
It's a bit hyper.
Yeah, with this guy. So at the moment, it's mostly that. So seeing all of the potential possibilities that we could do together with other researchers in this region, for example. For example, moving forward with the ketamine treatment, and also maybe doing a clinical study on ketamine in collaboration with people from Norway, for example. So
Awesome.
there's some ideas.
Yeah, I hear there's a... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That need further development, yeah.
Got it. I hear there's a decent amount of collaboration between the Nordic countries and Estonia. Is it through these conferences, or... Oh, have I heard wrong?
It's mostly because of you.
Yes, that's my fault.
It's your fault entirely.
Yeah, so I don't know, have you heard about this already on this podcast, but this Nordic collaboration was actually initiated at the conference in Iceland. And
yes.
the conference in Iceland happened in February when I was 1 month into this organization.
Oh, wow.
And I was just sent alone that time to this conference, and it was my job to make contacts.
Nice.
And I think I did that really successfully.
Clearly.
And actually, by the way, that's why it's so exciting to be this time here with Viljar and Melika, because we get to just, talk about everything. We can reflect and be like, hey, what would that be like in Estonia?
Right.
So it's really nice to just exchange ideas. But yeah, the Nordic collaboration, they prepared this manifesto that they have signed. Estonia to date has not signed, and that is not for any particular reason other than the fact that I joined the organization so late, so I was just not gonna sign anything that the organization didn't know about. But today we are really more in the phase of planning what will be the actual steps taken after this manifesto has been signed, because as Cecilia also said, we can sign and talk about a lot of things, but eventually we want to do things. So as I also said yesterday in the panel, for us it would be very exciting to organize some study visits, because obviously this is a little bit egoistic. We have a lot to learn from others, maybe not the others from us, because we are still in this early stage. However, we could all collectively maybe visit other regions in Europe where regulatory things are further along, such as Germany or Czech Republic, and we could learn from them collectively. So there are some exciting ideas out there.
Nice. Awesome. In the general broader field of psychedelics, what are some highlights? What are some things that you're interested in today moving forward? What do you see? Maybe something from this conference or in general? Viljar, we can start with you.
Well,
I know what you're excited about.
Well, definitely I'm hoping for some other psychedelic, other than ketamine or esketamine, to reach the line of being approved and see how this will affect the whole field and how this will translate into the real world use.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of the main things that I would point out today.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I was going to say we've been talking a lot about, for example, 5-MeO-DMT, because what could be the potential of using this in practice, having such a short acute phase, like there is immense potential in that in terms of really practicalities. So
Yeah.
that would be exciting if that one got over the line
Yeah.
in terms of clinical studies.
Being really office-friendly psychedelic.
Office friendly, I love that
Similarly
word.
to ketamine,
DMT or 5-MeO?
5-MeO.
Because comparatively, 5-MeO DMT has a very long time, right?
No,
No,
it's
no.
very short. It's like
Compared to
15
DMT.
minutes.
Compared to DMT, it's
Okay.
twice, but we're speaking of like 10 minutes versus 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Something
I
like
was
that,
under
yeah.
the impression, I know about DMT being a 10-15 minute experience,
Yeah.
but I was under the impression that 5-MeO DMT is up to an hour. It's not.
But
Okay.
it's still short acting in that case, but it's about 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you need some time for recovery also.
Yeah, I hear it
But
feels
it's
like
still-
an eternity.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the other part.
Is there research being done in 5-MeO DMT?
Yeah, it's,
I haven't
There
heard
was
much
just-
about that.
It's in phase 3 actually at the moment.
Oh, really? Where is
Already.
this research
I
being
think
done?
they're mostly doing it in Netherlands.
I'm bad with such details.
It
But,
should be
but I know
mostly
there was
there. Yeah.
results recently.
Yeah.
That we looked
It's
at.
going more. Yeah,
All
it's at the forefront
Okay.
of psychedelic research, like actual like being translated into real world.
That is interesting because I guess from what I've heard, DMT is too short of an experience to almost do anything with. So 5-MeO DMT would be the perfect amount where it's long enough to work with, but short enough to not have to have a psychologist spend or a psychotherapist spend
Well-
half a day or a day with.
For some
the
reason,
person.
it doesn't look like there's much like research for like in patients put in DMT.
Mhm.
It doesn't seem to be that beneficial for treatment of like certain disorders. On the other hand, 5-MeO DMT does seem to have that potential.
Interesting. I had
Because-
not heard about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe like meeting aliens isn't that therapeutic for most
True.
people?
True, maybe. I know about the. I think it's Imperial College in London where they're studying, trying to map the realm of the DMT experience.
Yeah,
I've
it's
heard of that.
definitely very intriguing substance.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Everyone, for those who don't know, most people who experience DMT have a similar experience. Like they're brought to another realm, and it's kind of the same for everyone. And now this the Imperial study is trying to map that area.
Yeah.
Fascinating, if it's possible to be done.
There is this website called DMT Nexus, at least it used to be, and there is where they map this like area, like a different dimension. People could bring back their experiences. And, okay, I met this one guy, I met unicorn, I met an alien, I met an elf.
More open, a little less scientific than Imperial College, I imagine. All right. That's super interesting, though. But tell me, where can people find and follow your work?
We are online. I mean,
Yeah.
best way is to find us on LinkedIn as individual people. I'm quite active on LinkedIn. You, I guess,
I'm not.
less
Yeah.
so. But our organization is also on LinkedIn as well as on Facebook. That being said, we mostly do curate our material for our local
Of course.
environment.
But
in Estonia.
what's the name of the organization?
It's called TAIP. So it's TAIP. Yeah.
All right.
And it actually comes from the word of insight, to have an insight.
Nice.
So
But it's an
psychedelic.
acronym for a long and sloppy name, actually.
Right.
But yeah, the sloppiness, it translates into a nice like
Beautiful
abbreviation. So
That's one way to solve it. Any sites or social media or anything you would want to promote?
mostly I would point out our foundation's website.
That's the same
Yeah,
foundation.
that's the same foundation. Yeah.
Type.
TAIP.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Would you either of you want to say the whole long sloppy name?
In Estonian, or
I don't even know it. Do you know it?
well, I
Terapia?
should know because I was the founder, but I'm not sure. What was it?
Teraapia arenduseks ja innovatsiooniks psühhedeelikumitega.
Exactly. Yeah. That's how it sounds.
Yeah.
That's what we need for that. that was nice. That was dropping bars on us. Thank you so much, guys. Very much enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you. This was lovely.
Yeah.
And
It was a pleasure.
My pleasure, all mine. And thanks to everyone who was tuning in. My name is Yoshi from the Borealis Psychedelic Science Summit in Stockholm. Catch you next time.